So I think the broad trajectory of the relationship is upwards. I think Biden in previous incarnations has invested in developing this relationship, and I think he will do nothing consciously to undermine it. The real question has to do with how the U.S. India relationship figures in the context of other challenges
Yeah.
that Biden has to deal with. Given that managing the pandemic in the US is going to be the first order of business, stimulating a US economic recovery is going to be the second order of business. And then dealing with the broader challenges in the Indo Pacific, including China, is going to be the third order of business. I think the US India relationship is going to figure largely in the context of the third rather than the first and the second. Um, so it's going to be important, but it's certainly not going to be a first order priority for the administration. What are the minefields? To me, there are two or three big issues out there. First is economic. The Indian economy is slowing. And with the slowdown in the Indian economy, US India trade disputes are going to come back in a more serious way because Indian protectionism is going to collide with the US effort at securing market access in India. That's one big issue. The second has to do with whatever happens in the values realm. I think the Biden administration will manage this in much the same way that the Obama administration did, which is when you are dealing with uncomfortable domestic realities with your friends, you tend to manage them politely, you tend to manage them behind closed doors, rather than making a capital case of it. And I expect Biden will pretty much do the same. And then the third issue has to do with the transnational questions relating to climate. Now, Prime Minister Modi and President Obama had actually reached an understanding that no extraordinary demands would be placed on India with respect to mitigating, climate change. If Biden sticks to those understandings, I think we should be okay. But if Biden fundamentally wants to revise the agreements that we previously reached and requires or asks of India for more, I think that will involve some hard negotiations going forward. But in the broad scheme of things, I don't see any showstoppers that fundamentally undermine or interrupt the trajectory that both countries have been on for the last 2 decades.